We are live and we are recording. And Mom's making noise.
Mom's making noise.
Okay.
He ate that so fast, I gotta put it away.
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
I gave him a chewy to see if I could get him to stop being such a weirdo.
He's
Unlikely.
being a
Give
weirdo.
him like outlet, a dog outlet.
Dog outlet.
All right.
Thought she was talking about you, Tom.
Yeah. She's getting rid
He
of me.
needs one too.
I got to go to the doghouse.
All right. We are recording for real this time. And here we go.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Show with the family and
Co-host Kathryn Burt.
Andy Brant Bernard.
And special, fantastical guest, Costaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy.
you can say Economopoulos and fantastical in the same sentence. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. I had a buddy who one of his very first comedy weeks, he had to introduce me and Steve Caminiti.
Oh God.
And it was a fundraiser for the Boomer Esiason Foundation for Cystic Fibrosis. It was some long, crazy.
God.
Yeah, it's like
That's
I
a
don't
lot
know how he
going on.
survived. Yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable. I got to tell you one thing of this. I watch the news every morning because I like to be up on what's happening in the world and this,
Dude.
that, It's a real problem because it's never been.
Dude, what are you doing?
Dude, cut it out. You're going to knock it over, you dope.
Just like attacked this
He's attacking
filing
this-
cabinet for some reason. What are you doing?
He's
I'm
looking
attacking
for the rest of the chewy.
Did you put it up there?
No.
He threw it away.
He thinks you did.
All right, we'll have to ignore him as long as he's
Yes,
not
we
knocking
will.
stuff over. My God.
Knocking fake pirate coins into the
I know
vent
it's
there.
somewhere.
So anyway, I try to catch up on the news every day before the show starts, and I even used to do that when my show started at 5:30 in the morning. I'd get up at 3:30 and watch the news at 4:30.
Right.
But today was unusual. I didn't see this one coming, so I'm watching ABC News, and all of a sudden, they go to White Bear Lake, Minnesota, which I didn't know was going to happen. White Bear. You ever been to White Bear Lake?
No.
It's a pretty high tone area, kind of northeast of the Twin Cities. It's a pretty well-to-do area, no question about it. But not everybody's a millionaire or anything like that. But they're showing this street in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, and there's this nice family, the husband, the wife, the kids, all the rest of it. One thing I got to lead with is the wife has a few extra pounds on her. She's not, some huge fat woman or something like that. And I have to bring that up because it's all part of it.
Thank God.
So I'm watching this, and I'm like, why are they in White Bear Lake looking at this family's house? They're talking to the husband and the wife, seem to be very nice people, all the rest of it. And all of a sudden across the street, the woman who lives directly across the street comes out. Oh, fatty, have you gained any more weight, fatty? It's like,
Wow.
What the?
That was on the
It
news?
was on the national news.
Why?
Because this woman has been attacking them on a daily basis for months, if not years.
When is this? When did you see this?
This morning?
Oh,
Wow.
so it's happening right now.
Well, I guess, unless there was old coverage.
There's a
or
lot of
something.
wackadoodle people out there, in case you haven't noticed.
I just couldn't. And then sometimes
noticed.
she'd come home, she'd get out of her car. She lived in the house across the street all by herself. And then there was a family. I think it was 2 kids and mom and dad. But she'd get out of the car, walk around the car to go in the house, and lift up her skirt.
Oh boy.
What the heck?
Sounds
Oh,
like
yeah,
she
here she
needs-
is.
Oh, you got her?
She
White
needs to
Bear
go to
Lake.
the doctor.
Neighbor from hell, once again charged with 2 counts of stalking. This was 4 years ago, though.
That was 4 years ago?
Yes.
Holy God.
She apparently, here's an article from 2015 about her.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, 2013, but it was updated in 2015.
There you go.
Sentenced to 5 years probation for harassing a family.
Wow.
So she's been at it for a while.
That's what I understand.
She allegedly taunted a family about the wife's struggle with alcohol. At one point, she put a vodka bottle in their mailbox.
Yeah, she did.
Well, geez.
And on her garage door, when it would close at night, What's it feel like to be fat and an alcoholic? Jesus.
You know, what's interesting about this story is I know somebody just like that.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I'm not going to name names. And Alex has been subjected to a woman that acts a lot like that.
What about Alex?
Almost every woman I know knows a woman like that.
It's just a girl
Has
thing.
run into one, in whether it's at school or work or just thought they were a friend, and
Good God.
I don't know what happens.
And I get, yeah, they were showing some pictures. Andy, you probably looking at them. They got like 20 booking photos of this woman.
Yeah, she has been arrested many times for this sort of thing.
Well, you maybe should learn something, lady. Is this just a look at the past kind of thing that I saw this morning?
It doesn't look like she's done anything in a while.
Well, she was in jail for a while. They put her in jail for I don't know.
Really?
How long.
You can go to jail for stalking
Oh,
in Minnesota?
I think
Really?
it's all
I'm
the-
surprised.
You're fat and you're an alcoholic, and I mean, you can't be what? So this is how I almost started my day, by watching that, and I went, you know, my life's not really that bad.
Yeah.
When I look at it. The woman across the court from us, the two women that live there, one in one house and one in the other, couldn't be nicer. The people next door on the other side, nicest people. We're very lucky, I guess.
We are very lucky, because if you've ever had somebody like that who drives you crazy and just will not leave you alone, it's unsettling, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so odd.
Oh, yeah. So in 2013, she violated a restraining order and was forced to move.
Move.
And then she started going after her new neighbors. In 2016,
I detect a pattern.
yeah, I don't think this woman is a nice person.
So she still is doing it then.
Let's see. In most recent news is from August 2024. They overturned a ruling against her.
Last year.
There you go.
There you go.
So she's been doing it for like 10, 12 years.
Yep.
Well, she'll
Yeah.
probably end up killing somebody and finally going to jail
Well, she's
for
like,
a long time.
well, she's not old. She looks old, but she's not old.
Yeah, she looks older than she is.
Well, I
You're right.
mean, that sort of like, just seething constantly, that'll age you.
That must be some sort of is that a paranoia? What kind of mental disorder even is that?
That's
I don't
a
know.
great
clue.
question.
What I'm going to do now, I want to turn it over to you for the important news that you have for us, obviously. But right after the show today, I'm going to open the front door, which is right over there, and yell at the top of my lungs. So hopefully somebody go out, and then I'll start calling, because all of our three main neighbors are all women.
Oh, mom's got her future ready for her.
No, they're all very nice.
Donnell, if you just Google White Bear Lake neighbor from hell, you'll
Yeah,
find
we
it.
don't want to put a mugshot. We don't want to know her name. We don't want her.
I'm not going to give her name out.
We don't want her sniffing
But you can find
us
it.
out at all.
It's
No,
unbelievable.
we don't want that.
Although if somebody knows the White Bear Lake couple and they want to call in, that'd be nice to hear from them.
Get their story.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Costaki Economopoulos to cheer us all up after that.
That's the weirdest intro ever, Tom.
Yeah, sure is.
I was looking, I was like, and she's
Speaking of
outside.
Costaki.
It's like, what the hell? What is wrong with you,
Demonic
lady?
possession.
How you
I
doing,
guess she's
fatty?
possessed by the
Oh,
devil. That's
goodness.
what it is. Okay, whatever. So what's happening with you, brother?
Well, I'm watching football. Last night, the 0-3 Dolphins beat the 0-3 Jets.
Oh,
Listen to this. The Jets have now lost 10 straight games in Miami.
ooh,
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. Well, Miami is a point in the Bermuda Triangle, and we know that's bad for Jets. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe
That's
what's
true.
Doing a
happening.
lot of crashing there.
Homemade rafts have a better record in Miami. Tyreek's condoms have a better record.
Oh, that's nice. Very
Poor
nice.
Tyreek tore his ACL and some other ligaments last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got to the locker room. He started calling his kids, and he's still on the phone.
Oh, it took a while, huh?
A lot of
What,
kids.
you got 10, 12 of them?
He's got, yeah, something.
You just got to put out like a bulletin at that point.
Yeah,
Put it on your blog.
yeah.
I'll read
Your
it.
blog, your kid blog.
your kid
Yeah.
blog.
Roger Goodell says there are some international markets that could support an NFL franchise. Possible spots are London, Mexico City, and someday they might even put a professional football team in Tennessee. We'll see.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, Titans got shut out, and they're now 0-4.
Oh, God.
You know why they always say remember the Titans? Because they're forgettable. That's why.
Okay.
Poor Titans.
The Tennessee Titans.
Now, here's my favorite story of the week. I didn't know this. I never heard this before. Former Seahawks running back. Remember this guy, Shaun Alexander? Big star for
sure.
a long time.
Yep.
He announced this week that he and his wife will be having their 14th child.
Oh, my God.
One woman has
14th?
14 children.
One couple. They've been together the whole time. This is their
Wow.
14th kid.
After a certain point, the kid just materializes outside of the womb, I think. No effort involved in delivering that one.
Oh, God.
14 pregnancies.
I know, right? I did the math.
That's almost
Now.
10 years of pregnancy.
No, it's more. It's Sean's total time in the NFL, 9 years. Wife's total time pregnant, 10.5 years.
Oh, my God.
Well, maybe she likes
Wow.
it. Maybe it's fun for her.
You know what? Some women feel great when they're pregnant.
That's true.
I
Some-
felt
yeah.
terrible and everything was pretty bad for me. But
I guess.
some women feel just fantastic.
Maybe it's
Right.
like a masochism kind of thing. I don't know.
Or maybe she just loves babies.
It's like slow burn masochism.
Oh, 14 kids. It's a uterus, not a clown car. Take it easy.
When did you write that one?
Immediately.
I thought so, yeah.
It's not
Yeah, I
even
thought-
illegal playing football. You can't put 14 people in the box. You know that.
That's 14 4-year-olds.
Unbelievable.
I
That's
know
right.
that-
That's what I think. Those
We have a 3-year-old right now, and it's Colin's going to be one of those one day, and then imagine doing that 12 more times.
can you imagine?
I physically could not. There's just
No.
no
Maybe
way.
there's just so many kids to distract them that it's not so bad.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you got 13 siblings, you probably got plenty to do.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess there's this constant churning machine of the older ones
Yeah.
taking care of the younger ones, and
Yeah.
Well, like Colin loves playing with Ethan. Ethan didn't have anyone because he was the firstborn, but Colin, half of his day is playing with Ethan. So it's
Really?
like,
Yeah.
That's
nice.
good.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, they got plenty to do. Don't have to bother mom and dad.
Yep.
right. Shaun Alexander. He parks on the street. You know why? He can't even pull out of the driveway. That's why.
Oh, God. Well, that one you did right. There's no,
Right, right.
no doubt about
Rabbits are stepping in. Hey, take it easy, slow and steady. Wins the race. The Tooth Fairy had to negotiate a group rate. The stork is like, bro, try oral.
it. Oh, there you go. There you
Wow.
go. There you have it.
I feel like at this point they should have to take a sex ed class. Oh, it's because of we had no idea.
I had no idea that worked that way.
14 coincidences later.
Yeah.
How do you do parent bedtime with 14 children? It's
I
not
know.
man on man. It's you got to play zone.
You got to play a zone. You're absolutely right.
You take the West Wing this night, honey.
That's
Oh,
right.
Good
Your only
Lord.
hope is cover zero. Bring everybody and hope for the best.
Oh, yeah.
The same woman had 14 kids.
Yeah, same couple.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have
Wow.
story time at that point. You have a concert.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
There's no birth announcements. It's just a depth chart, right?
I like it.
The oldest is driving, the youngest is in the womb, and the rest are trying to figure out who pooped on the dog. Like it's
Yeah, there you
chaos.
Good God.
They say he's a man of faith. He once met with Mother Teresa. She got knocked up. Now, this is true. Do you remember this clip, Tom? At one point, Groucho Marx is doing his game show. This is in the
Mhm.
50s. There's a woman on the show who had 8 or 9 kids. And he goes, I like a good cigar, but I take it out once in a while.
Right. You take it
Mhm.
out of my mouth once in a while.
Someone actually brought that up in
Somebody
the
brought it.
chat
Yeah,
like
brought
3-4
that up in
minutes
the
ago.
chat.
They were like, "Cue Groucho Marx."
Oh, really? Oh, it's great.
Let me scroll up and
Credit
see
the-
who said "Cue Groucho Marx." It was Tom from Fountain Inn.
Oh,
There we
it's
go.
great.
See,
That was on live television in the 50s. That must have been a
Yep.
scandalous thing to say at the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I take it out once in a while.
Oh,
He was
man.
brilliant. No doubt about it.
Oh,
He got to
yeah.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he
too.
sure did.
Groucho was fantastic, though.
I want to go back and look at some of that stuff because obviously most of that was before my time, and you see a little clip here and there. There's so many great lines. What was the other one? Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. Like that's good writing. That's so weird and interesting.
Groucho.
Yeah.
Oh, Trevor's demanding credit because he quoted the line apparently.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I'm gonna
We
find-
did.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, Trevor.
There we go. See? So he did it too.
Yep, he did. Wonderful.
Everyone gets credit on this show.
Yeah.
Everyone gets credit.
We tried.
Good effort, everybody. So the Vikings lost in Ireland. Is that what happened?
Yeah, they
Ireland?
lost by I think 3 points. They lost 23 to 20 or something.
Who were they playing?
They went to Dublin. They lost
Pittsburgh.
to the Steelers. Yeah.
Huh.
They were playing Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think we've ever beaten Pittsburgh all the way back to the Super Bowl.
So what is in it for an Irish person to watch someone from Minnesota, a team from Minnesota and a team from Pittsburgh play?
They're probably
You know,
going, what's all the hype?
This crazy sport that we grew up with, it's going global. People love it globally.
Yeah,
It is, but
money.
like, I don't know, when you like, imagine you go to like, I don't know, Utah, and there's a game there with two teams that you don't care about. Are you going to go to that game?
No, that's not the reason.
It is true that it's, so much of it is about the storylines. If I just flip around and there's some random college game, I don't care about that. You know what?
Exactly.
Right.
You watch games about teams that you care about.
Right. I know the stories of the coach. This coach went here and this guy broke his knee and then he went to, this kid nobody thought he would be anything and now he's a star. And this other kid ended up being a wash. And like, it's fast. I find it fascinating. It's like a crazy soap opera.
That's why I don't watch football. There's too much lore, too much.
Right.
It's like even the Marvel movies at this point. It's like, I have to watch 30 movies to catch up. It's just not worth it.
But it is a little bit like a soap opera. Like you can kind of not watch for a year and turn it on and go, oh, I know what's happening. You get the basic gist of it.
Another injury storyline. Classic.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it's crazy. They did some study in Germany based on the rate of the ticket sales. They estimated they could have sold 3 million tickets to an NFL game there.
Yep.
Wow.
Huge.
They're big. They're big.
It's huge.
I just don't get it.
Then NFL's not getting a lot of love for the Bad Bunny
No, they are not.
decision for the halftime show.
Yeah.
Whoa, people are mad.
Yeah, and as an old white guy, like, can we get a nod to our demo eventually with the music choices? It's like, I can't even remember the last one that was aimed at the older
someone
white
texted
guy
in.
demo.
I think they said it's been 13 years since the last rock band was in the halftime show.
Really?
Something like
yeah,
that.
what was it? Did they say what it was?
They did not. Let's see.
Because back in the day, we had The Who, we did Bruce Springsteen.
Wow, you are old.
I know.
That's nice.
Let's see. List of Super Bowl halftime shows.
All right.
And Kristyn are waiting.
This is kind of fun, though. Run through it quick. Give me some of the ones from, like, go backwards from here.
From here?
Yeah.
I'm going to be mispronouncing a lot of names. I have
Margaret
a
says it's Aerosmith.
Aerosmith? Let's see. Aerosmith
She's usually right.
Aerosmith was
Margaret's
there.
always right. Yeah.
That's true. She knows. That was 2001. There's no way that was.
That's been a while. Yeah.
U2 was in 02. That's fitting, I suppose. Shania Twain and No Doubt in 03. I'm not going to go through 22
those aren't
years.
rock bands.
But let's see.
Talking about rock bands.
Going backwards from here, Kendrick Lamar, Usher, Rihanna, a whole bunch of rappers that I don't care about. The Weeknd, Shakira and J-Lo, Maroon 5.
Shakira and J-Lo is the last one that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I remember you making jokes about the hips not lying.
Yeah, right. I mean, and those women they're like 50 and they're, it's like it's age appropriate. Like it's totally acceptable to, right.
The most recent, we have The Who in 2010. That's the most recent thing I would consider to be like a classic rock band.
Yeah.
Right. Like Kiss at the Super Bowl would be so fun. Full face paint and the whole thing, Metallica or, Def Leppard. It'd be fun to have some of these kind of bands, right?
I think we should have an Elvis impersonator.
There, yeah, we don't have any.
But not a
Oh,
good one.
Oh, I have an Elvis story. Do we have time for it?
Well,
Not really,
All right. It's real quick.
because Kristyn's got 9 minutes.
Kostaki
and
would love it.
We haven't put her on
Elvis
yet.
story has left
Okay,
the building.
so I went to Vegas last weekend with our daughter Alex, and we saw one of the first things we saw walking down Las Vegas Boulevard is a guy, an older man dressed up as Elvis, and he's in one of those little rascal things, right? Driving his little rascal. Somebody says something to him walking by, and Elvis says, "Boy, why don't you go eat some dicks?"
Huh. What impersonation?
We're in Vegas.
I did enjoy that. I did enjoy that
I
very
thought
much.
you would. I
Thank
thought
you
you
for
would.
not leaving me out of that.
all right, pal.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll talk in a week.
Thanks a
Bye.
lot. Costaki
See you guys.
Economopoulos, ladies. You still call it Quick Snaps, don't you?
All Pro Lines. We updated the
All Pro
branding.
Lines. That's right, All Pro
Get
Lines.
with
No, it
the
hasn't been
program.
quick snaps in quite some time.
I
Has
love
it?
Quick Snaps, though, but All Pro Line is good too.
It's too wordy.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Kristyn Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Kristyn, it's all my fault. That's all I have to say to you.
I was listening to the Super Bowl and I was laughing because I'm like, rock isn't a genre that makes money anymore for the
No, it
industry.
doesn't.
No,
That's
it
why
doesn't.
they're not the Super
Right.
Bowl halftime show.
Yep.
That's the problem. And it's funny because we talked for a long time that Taylor Swift was going to be the halftime show, and people would have complained if it was her. And then Adele was mentioned, and we were just debating whether she was going to be appropriate just with all of her love ballads. And now it's Bad Bunny. But Bad Bunny is a global artist. So NFL will make a ton of money off of having Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl halftime show.
I did not realize that so many rappers have done consecutive year after year after year.
It wasn't
Super Bowl.
consecutive. Those were all at the same time. I was talking about.
They were all at the
All
same
the-
time.
There was like 6 different rappers all simultaneous.
That was 2022. That was kind of like the West Coast rap reunion when it was in Los Angeles. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you look at Kendrick Lamar, who was last year, The Weeknd, I mean, they cross over into pop music / rap because that is the genre that's really popular right now.
What about
Yeah.
K-pop? Let's get a K-pop halftime show.
K-pop would be amazing, actually. I would be totally into that. Because I don't think the NFL audience would appreciate it, but like all of the
They would not.
costumes, the dancing would be unbelievable. It would be next level. And I don't think
Yeah.
America's ready for it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, probably.
Go ahead.
Quickly, I was thinking, I got to believe that people, no matter what genre you're from or what, I mean, if the music's good, the music's good, right?
Well, sometimes it's just the show too. I mean,
Yeah.
if they put on a good show, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved watching Lady Gaga like drop down from the top of the stadium. I mean, that was kind of a cool
Oh,
little.
yeah.
I mean, it was a gimmick. I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I wouldn't have done it.
Right.
That makes me nervous. And I mean, the thing is, too, the reason why Taylor Swift didn't work out because they were in negotiations with her. She wasn't asking for payment. I think we all know that they don't pay the performers. They only pay the production costs. But she asked to retain ownership of her performance. And then she also asked to secure slots so that she could promote some of her projects. And the NFL said no.
Oh, yeah. No.
And well, let's look at this though. I mean, Tom, would you go in and just do the halftime show for free?
No.
Well, it's huge promotion.
If we're talking
though.
about this show, absolutely.
Yeah, it's huge promotion.
We
I mean,
increase our audience size by about 10,000 times overnight.
Yeah.
Well, you should be paid somehow, though. And I mean, they're saying it's just exposure. And I think in the entertainment industry, artists all the time are exploited for exposure. And you get a lift. I mean, if you have a tour to go and sell tickets to, that's your lift. And of course, the streaming rights also go. But I think, you have to remember that they're also paying their bands and their dancers and everything else. So you have to make sure that they are covered. And the NFL is just like, this is for free. And the NFL is making plenty of money off the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of there should be some type of payment besides just exposure.
No, I agree with you 100%. Isn't everything in the world now, everything is about money, no matter what it is, where you go. It's just, what about the money part?
And I'm playing devil's advocate in this because I know we understand that there is a lift of sales and things like that for the artists. But at the same time, I'm like, should the NFL be getting off scot-free? I mean, Jay-Z's producing it. Apple Music's producing it.
Yep.
I'm not saying they should get $20 million to perform, but I don't know. There's an argument there.
I agree. Makes no sense to me. So what else has happened? Anything, we were just last night sitting around talking about television, this, that, and the other thing. And Kathryn and I have a really hard time picking out, that's a good show.
You do? You seem to watch all sorts of new stuff.
We have a lot of good
but that stuff is
shows.
old, not current.
Well,
You
there's a
watch
lot of stuff that
whatever.
fall TV season
Rabbit.
is still unrolling. So it goes through mid-October. We'll see a lot of new shows come your way. And the show that's on my radar that I am going to start watching this week is with Toni Collette on Netflix called Wayward. It's a psychological thriller. She's always so good. She plays a headmistress of a New England prep school for troubled teens. And of course, there's something suspicious going on there.
Of course there is. Toni Collette.
Toni Collette, exactly.
There you have it.
Yeah, but it's been the #1 show on Wayward, and I've had a couple friends watch it and say it's really good. So
Oh, good.
I'm hoping because most of the new stuff I don't really care much for. Don't you? I mean, you feel the same way pretty much, don't you?
No, I think there's a lot of good shows out.
There are some, yeah, no question.
Oh, and we keep forgetting that not Mayor of Kingstown. What's the one with Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, Tulsa King.
Tulsa
King's
King.
back, which you love that.
I haven't watched the first
Yeah, we
episode
haven't watched
yet.
any of that yet. I don't
oh,
know.
you got a lot on your list.
There's a lot.
I guess it's
There's
all true, no question about that. So
For
you only
sure.
got a couple more minutes, I know.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I got to figure out the timing of that whole thing. That was my fault.
That's okay. It's no worries. Andy, I was thinking about you because Reading Rainbow's coming back.
I know, I heard.
Isn't that great? So it's going to have a new host, Michael the librarian, who's very well known on TikTok, is going to be the new host, and it'll be on a YouTube channel. But it has been gone 19 years. I didn't realize it was that long.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's been a long, long time, yeah.
It's been a long time. LeVar Burton really made a mark with Reading Rainbow. And LeVar Burton has said, hey, this was the greatest thing I ever did in my career was Reading Rainbow, which I think is amazing. Yeah.
It just can't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And, I was just reading, this is sort of related to Reading Rainbow, but how we have all these cell phone bans in school. A Kentucky school district realized that kids are checking out books more now that there is a cell phone ban during school hours. In fact, it has doubled the amount of books from last year at this time to this year at this time, because obviously there's downtime in school. They're probably, if you have indoor recess or something like that, when it's a cold day or whatever that means in Kentucky. What else are you going to do? You need a book. You don't have your device to entertain you. So I thought that was really fascinating.
Babysitter. We used to call the television that. Now it's the tablet.
Yeah, no, it's a tablet
or a phone.
Well, there's been a big discussion too, kind of tied to all of this. There's kind of a pushback on social media as we see social media changing, because we know that they want our data, and we know that Oracle is buying TikTok and that they're controlling the algorithm over what we see here in the United States. A lot of people are like, you know what, this is the time to actually start shutting down a little bit more, getting off of our devices, touching grass, reading, going to movies again. And I'm really curious to see if collectively a lot of people follow this type of trend, because if we're seeing it with Gen Alpha, will adults also follow?
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty interesting. So tomorrow you get the whole show. I like that.
What?
That's good. Yeah.
Costaki. Yeah, he stayed on a while because we had a lot of stuff to talk about, apparently.
And we started a little late.
Well, we brought up The Neighbor from Hell, and then we brought up the Elvis thing.
Yeah.
And then
Kept snowballing.
It sure did.
In a way it went.
But we will speak to you tomorrow for your full half hour. I like
all good. All good. You guys get plenty of me all week long.
it. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Kristyn Burt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Another star-studded
Started with a
Episode.
star.
Oh,
News anchor episode. Is that what we're talking about?
okay.
Something.
Something. We'll be right back.
From Brad, Shaun, Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Brad, Shaun, Bryant.
Let me tell you about my bank, North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998. They've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on the local community. And you won't be dealing with some AI chatbot. You'll be getting straight answers, quick decisions made from real people that know you and your situation, and they're always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Indeed. I've been wondering,
But what?
when we only have us three in, so there's no one in that chair.
Yeah.
Do you think I should tighten up the shot so the chair's not in it? Or would
I
that
don't
look
care.
Chris is probably better.
Or should we just do like a
decisions than we are.
more static because it's more
right
like,
by.
Yeah, I would say zoom it in.
You think?
Yeah,
Looks like weird having that empty chair there.
kind of looks like like you're waiting for somebody to show up, or
Sure, let's give it a go. I'm gonna see what everyone thinks live on the show, because Dad left too. So why not just leave Mom on the couch?
I'll just.
It's the
hey Tom, good to see you, buddy. All right, bye.
Let's see what I can do.
Hi, Kathryn.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah,
how are
that-
you?
That does look better than an empty chair.
I'm gonna refocus it though. There we go. That looks better.
Are we going to get your face back there?
Oh yeah, are you? That's a good question.
Yep,
Oh,
Just
yeah.
barely.
just barely. I can still
I
see you though.
could bump it up a little bit. But please talk. I'm.
So, Chris,
yeah.
how's your back?
Oh
Do your thing. Do your
Last
thing.
time we talked to you, you ruptured a disc or something.
No, you
Oh yeah, that's right. I wouldn't say it feels much better, but it's getting there.
Because I think it's 2 weeks.
No, it's definitely better, but I still feel it. Like I get up in the morning and it yells at me. So
You will feel it for the rest of your life.
Do you have one of those little back braces on?
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Why? I think that would probably be good for it, wouldn't it? Just one of
Yeah.
those little plastic ones?
It might be, but I'm not. I'm just not. It's just like I need to wear my glasses. I need to get hearing aids. I have a stupid prosthetic. I'm not going to wear a back brace. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It'll give you a girlish figure.
Well, that I could use some help sucking that gut in. That's for sure.
Yes, Margaret. Herniated disc. That's
Yeah.
Chris and I have something in common now.
That hurts.
I left my screen. I went in to get some, and then I leave it in there
Oh
anyway.
boy.
Wow.
You're
I'll
a
be
hot
right
mess.
back.
All right. Let's just
Good to see you, Tom. Take care.
Bye.
Jeez.
Actually, interesting. So Joe says, "Welcome to being old." That was a joke. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I get it.
Interestingly, the prime age for having a herniated disc is like 30 years plus or minus 5.
Oh.
Really?
So it's actually like a younger person thing to get on average.
Huh.
I wonder
Well, I
why that is.
I guess I'm doing well if it's my first one at 52.
Yeah. You set it off for 20 years.
Yeah, I remember Alex. I was having some shoulder problems a while back, and she's like, "Oh, you got 30-year-old shoulder." I'm like, "What's 30-year-old shoulder?" Apparently, at 30, you get shoulder problems too. I'm like,
30-year-old.
I was way past 30. I was like, "Oh, I guess I should be happy." I didn't
Google
have
says
when I
that
was
is not a
30.
real thing.
What is it?
30-year-old.
30-year-old shoulder.
Well, according to
There's something called frozen shoulder, more prevalent in women aged 40 to 60. Maybe you have that.
She said it was 30-year-old shoulder. The guys get painful shoulders too in their 30s. I don't know. I'm just
I've
don't
never
kill the
heard of that.
messenger.
Don't kill the messenger.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Chris, what's the buzz? What's the latest?
Oh boy.
Big thing today locally here is the Wild signed Kirill Kaprizov for the highest. Let me get the figure. It's I believe it's the highest free agent signing of all NHL history. Not free agent. 8-year, $136 million.
What?
8 years, $136 million extension. That's the richest contract in NHL history.
Isn't that even higher than Ohtani?
No.
No? What did he
No, but I don't know. Remember how we spent all that money on Parisi and Suter, and that was like going to be like they got locked into that deal, and things went the way they went, and so but they're spending big money on Kirill.
Oh, Ohtani was $700 million for 10 years.
Yeah.
700.
Okay, never mind. Not even remotely close.
$70 million a year.
Yep.
And you only have to work half the year. It's a 6-month season.
I know.
That's pretty good.
It's crazy that they'll have him locked down through the 2033-34 season, which even seems weird to say, right?
Well, I mean, how old is he?
He's only 21, so I mean, he's 28. He's 28, so
28.
Oh.
Well, what's is NHL like football where once you turn 30 you're considered a geriatric old geezer?
I don't think it's quite that way. Some of your hockey listeners, viewers might weigh in on that, but I think there's a generally a bit more longevity with it.
The average NHL player is 27 and a half. Okay, how about average NHL player age? Average NFL player age is 26 and a half, so it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, none of us here are major hockey fans.
No. Well, it's gonna be weird to get used to not calling it Xcel Energy Center anymore and calling it Grand Casino Arena or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know when they changed the name of where the Gophers play from TCF Bank Stadium to Huntington Bank Stadium or whatever it is. There was like, that's hard to say.
They should just do like public schools in New York City. They should just call it like Stadium 34.
Well, no money to be made off of Stadium 34.
When did that start? Remember, all of a sudden about, I don't even know, maybe 20 years ago? I mean, a stadium could have a different name every other year.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's good for branding the team even. I think it should be at least the same for 5 years or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely get that. I mean, what would the Metrodome? The Metrodome didn't have any branding. It was just the Metrodome, you know?
Right.
It was, yeah. It was indeed.
And then we also had a school bus accident this morning. Up in Anoka County. Guy driving a truck the opposite direction of the school bus, crossed the center line. Bus hit him. 5 kids on board. The driver of the car that crossed the center line died. So,
well, yeah, you got hit by a bus going. I mean, the combined speed of what? Probably 100 miles an hour. Yeah.
Terrible.
You're not going to survive that one.
And then I'd say the big thing happening nationally today is everyone's been wondering what was going to happen at this big conclave of military leaders. Pete Hegseth, he gathered all the top military brass from all the branches. They're in Quantico. President Trump they're speaking to. And I guess what it sounds like is the point of the meeting was they're going to dial back some of the political correctness and some of the things that were put in place in the military. I don't know, I get the sense from what I'm reading about it, it's more of a change in mindset and attitude that he's asking for from the military leaders.
Yeah, I read some articles about that some people that they were told to not say that they were Christian and just other weird stuff in the military.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think the military should be more or less a label-free zone.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're a soldier, you're a Marine, you're a whatever, but that's like what you are as long as you're, there, I think. I don't think anyone should be like, well, I'm this first, but then I'm a soldier. It's
I guess part of it was also him like saying, "Hey, I'm in charge. Like it's my way or the highway." So just so you know that, and if you're not into that, if you're not into the bit, retire. Whatever. So,
well, I know there's been a rash of like at least a few generals like openly criticizing the president.
Yeah,
the sitting president. It's like, if you're a general, you don't do that. You're making the country look extremely weak, having the generals questioning the administration. And yeah, it's like, if you don't agree with it, then retire. Your job is to be like the projection of force of the administration. If you don't like the administration, then you shouldn't be part of it.
I don't know. Has that always been something where generals are always complaining about whatever the president says?
No.
Or is that the new thing?
Doubt it. Oh no, we have a lot of military listeners, probably at least a few in our YouTube chat. What do you think? Do you think generals questioning the president is a new thing, or is that
well, at least publicly?
Is the military going to go
Yeah,
back to
I don't think it was ever as public as it is now. But that's with everything. Like anybody blows their nose, and there's a Twitter account for it, or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So, and then the pending government shutdown. Today the deadline is at midnight, and I haven't read anything that looks like there's any breakthrough coming on that. So,
well, that's an interesting story, because apparently, if they do shut down, people are freaking out because then like school teachers aren't going to get paid and blah blah blah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
non-essential government workers, right?
Yep.
right.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. If we have non-essential government workers, then why do we even have those people?
It's very, very, very nuanced. But you talk about like people who are air traffic controllers, or like people who like they have to work no matter what. And so that's essential. And then you think of what other non-essential might be. But the backstory to that is too, they're saying that the administration might use this as the crutch, or not, what's the right word? Might use this as the catalyst to get rid of people who they wanted to get rid of anyway. So if these non-essential workers could end up being gotten, their positions could be eliminated. So that's another backstory on that.
Shouldn't all government workers be essential?
You would think.
Well,
Think. I wonder about that though, Chris. There's one thing that always bothers me is being essential with the way the world's headed and all the rest of it. There's so much AI. I think I told you before. I've heard me doing a couple of commercials lately, but it's not me. It's my voice, but it's not me. Where a lot of jobs are going away, and it's going to continue to build too, because all these places they don't need anywhere near as many people anymore.
Well, they say it's going to have the biggest impact on like entry level stuff, because it's things that things that you can teach the chatbot to do very quickly and not have to pay it. So, but I've also read some. It's easy to go down the dark side on that thing and think of the Skynet taking over the world. But there's also some. I've heard some tech leaders say, no, that doesn't mean we're going to get rid of jobs. That means we're going to help people work on other things so they don't have to spend all that time doing the BS, and they can be focusing on X, Y, Z. Now, that might be just spin, but I think that depends on the industry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably true. I don't know. The whole thing is watching. I mean, look, our lives have been in radio, television, podcasting, all that stuff. Podcast. One thing I've never asked a TV person this. I've been wanting to, but it just popped into my head, and I'm glad it did while you were here. Is as far as the audience is concerned, radio and podcasting now have completely different audiences. They're saying very few people listen to radio and podcasting. It's one or the other. Yeah. I listen to both because I've been in the business, I've been on podcasts and I've been on the radio and all the rest of it. I mean, it's so weird. I guess there's a cutoff right around 40 years old, where if you're younger than 40 years old, you probably have never even listened to the radio unless you happen to be in the car with mom and dad.
No, I think a lot of people under 40. I mean, if you think about it, podcasting didn't even really exist until 20 years ago. And even then it was very niche.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're 30, 20 years ago, you'd have been 10. You still listen to the radio in the car.
Well, in the car, yeah, probably.
No,
Well, but
you
like
were
at home,
10.
I have never once listened to the radio at home. No.
Yeah,
So if
see
that's
that,
what
yeah.
if we're talking about, like, turning on the radio and having a cigar,
Well,
reading the morning paper,
yeah.
never
That's
done
a-
that sort of thing.
That's a thing.
But it's a kind of a different world. Hey, I'll give an example. You guys do a good job over at Hubbard with the logo, but as you go through, on the internet looking for news to watch or whatever, most of them don't even pop up. I mean, you have to go. Yours does, Channel 5's does, but a lot of them you have to actually look for that station for it to pop up.
Well, a lot of that's a content stealing thing too, where
Okay.
XYZ can, let's say Fox 9 does a story and XYZ website can just basically rip off exactly what they said without having to verify anything and put it out there. And most people aren't as astute as you are, Tom, and would even notice that, like, there's a Channel 5 logo on it versus a Channel 9 logo, or so.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the internet's still the wild, wild west when it comes to content and
It is,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's for sure.
stealing content and finding which websites are valid and which sites aren't valid. But to your point, back to your original question about measurement and radio versus podcasting. And I know that television has, and radio is the same thing. So many different ways to measure the audience now, where it was never that complicated. And it used to be, in TV, it used to be a thing where people had a book on their television set and they would write down with a pencil every day what they watched every hour of the day.
Oh yeah, diaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
TV diaries.
And so that was most people believe not very accurate, because most people would never fill it out as the day was going on.
Right.
And they would fill it out when they knew they had to turn it in, and they would just write down XYZ station because they assumed that's what they were watching, because that's what they've always watched.
Yep.
So, like, the legacy TV stations always seem to do very well with that, because if somebody's filling out, they're like, I was probably watching Channel 5. They write down Channel 5 when maybe that wasn't the case. So, but that's all. It's all electronic now, and they can measure. They can measure every second.
Yep.
That we're on the air.
The only thing you can't do that with would be the antennas. The antennas don't get any feedback, but that's got to be a tiny portion of your audience, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's a very big part of it. We do know how many. I don't have it in front of me, but we do know how many people are watching that way. But no, there's not the same measurement to be able to break it into demographic that way.
So I think with the diaries, they were probably all watching Jerry Springer, but saying that they were watching 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's exactly right, Kathryn. It was like at least that was the theory, that people would like fill it out with what they wanted people to believe, but what they were actually watching in reality, like nobody knew.
Yeah,
I came home and I watched Pride and Prejudice on loop for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want people thinking I'm dumb.
One time after all.
How about the new fraud count? Maybe up to 6 billion in Minnesota.
6 billion?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother story. And we're Channel 5's been really all in on this, and getting very positive feedback from our audience about that. They want to see more of that. I don't know, and I don't. It begs the question of, like, where is there any oversight on anything?
Yeah.
And gosh, is there that much money around that can just be thrown around willy-nilly that these programs can be using it, and the money, and they're not even doing anything? So
it almost seems like the amount of money that they're talking now, it seems like there won't be any government system in Minnesota that isn't running a fraud ring. I mean, it's $6 to
Great.
$10 billion. They're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is our like
What is
yearly
our-
revenue?
Yeah, what's our yearly expenditures?
Let's
and
see.
What do we take
Well,
in?
it just goes back to that when we had all that money in the bank and the state was in a surplus, and we were like, oh, we got 500 billion in the bank, we're fine, but we can spend this on this and that and whatever. We'll think of how different it's being. We're 5 years down the line now,
Right.
and in a lot of trouble. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a quick? You got another 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, good, excellent. I wanted to make sure. We'll be right back. A couple minutes right after this.
I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Magnificent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little Jack's, and I got some great stuff to talk about as far as Jack's concerned. Family owned since 1933, an original Minneapolis steakhouse, a place to celebrate and create memories for over 90 years, just minutes from Target Field. For a pre or post-game meal, perfect prime ribs, serving steaks, chops, and fresh seafood. You can even net your own trout from Jack's Garden Stream and have it prepared for you minutes later. There's a special event coming up, Jack's Hunter's Dinner. It's on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, of course, Jack's Cafe. This is a very special night, as a matter of fact. And by the way, for reservations, you can call 612-789-7297, extension 1. The hors d'oeuvres for the evening, again, November 4th, 2025 at Jack's. Coffee encrusted ostrich with chimichurri, jerked alligator. I've never heard of jerk alligator.
I had alligator in Arizona that one time.
And how'd it go?
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
People eat gator.
Yeah.
Jerk alligator baby back ribs with blood orange rum glaze. The camel kofta,
I don't know what kofta is.
cilantro.
With cilantro. Tzatziki.
So here we go. In any case, there are a lot of other things on here, but it'd take about an hour to talk about them all. 5-course meal goes with it. Appetizer, grilled Icelandic wolfish taco, split pea soup with wild bear. I almost said white bear. Wild bear prosciutto.
I think that says boar.
Where?
Wild boar prosciutto.
Oh, it is wild boar. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Wild boar prosciutto. Unbelievable. For dessert, you can go with all kinds of great stuff, as a matter of fact. They got pineapple syrup on, what is that?
Acai, yes.
Acai curd with pineapple syrup. So again, for reservation, 612-798-7297, extension 1. And by the way, back to the original, you can enjoy happy hour in a bar and on award-winning patios Wednesday through Sunday. Private party rooms from $25 to $275. Perfect for weddings, groom's dinners, business dinners, or all celebrations. Weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. Jack's, the godfather of Northeast. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Egert in studio with, or not in studio. Well, you're in studio. You're at home in studio. That's
I'm in my home studio, Tom.
You look to be in a
studio.
kitchen.
Home studio.
Andy, you're a wise man. I am in a kitchen.
Oh, no, Matt. We'll never hear the
I
end
know a
of
vent hood when I see one.
I know a refrigerator when I see one.
it. There you go.
Let me tell you something about that vent hood, by the way. I'm 6'4".
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to get a size. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Well, even if you were only like 5'10", you'd still hit that thing.
And my kid is like 6'6". We hit our heads on that damn thing so many times.
Oh.
Well,
You can't raise it up to like ceiling
Well,
the
height?
problem is they have to have it so close
guess,
to
yeah,
the
that's true.
To
fumes and
suck the
things.
smoke out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
First world problems over here, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Get one of those plexiglass enclosures like they have in labs to prevent
go.
vapors from escaping.
Right.
There you go.
Let me ask you this now that we're talking about cooking, and this is a very controversial topic for me. Where do you fall on air fryers?
I like ours a whole lot.
Kathryn?
I don't have an air fryer per se.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's a little oven that it doesn't even have an air fryer.
Our version does. We have the same.
Mine does not.
Huh.
It has a reheat that's supposed to be like air frying.
Oh, yeah. Well, ours has an air fryer mode, and that's basically all we use with it is the air fryer
Yeah,
mode.
it crisps things up nicely, right?
Yep.
That's the whole point.
If you want something to get crispy, air frying is the way to go.
Tom, do you have a position on air fryer?
We've had air fried food before, haven't we?
You have one in Florida,
Yeah, we have one in Florida.
right? Isn't that an air?
That's funny.
What?
Why?
Because one of my favorite memories of you is walking around with a piece of bread going, "Where's the toaster?"
Oh, yeah.
Well, where was the toaster?
It was a toaster oven, which you would.
I want just a toaster where you go click.
So, Kathryn, am I set not to make it some kind of misogynistic judgment or something? But it sounds like maybe you're the one taking care of the meals.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tom likes deli food a lot.
I do love deli
He
food.
likes deli
I
food.
like deli food too. All right. Well, my point is my mom and stepdad are like really huge on their air fryer. And I got like one of the early ones. I think they got it for me for Christmas, like 10 plus years ago.
Mhm.
Like the basket was, I couldn't make food for a family. And so it just wasn't practical for me.
No.
But now that we're empty nesters, I'm wondering if I shouldn't dip my toe back into the old air fryer thing and give it a shot so I don't have to bang my head on that stove.
Do you have a toaster oven or anything like that?
No.
Because they have these
Get a
toaster
toaster oven.
oven now
Yep.
that are toaster ovens, convection ovens, air fryers. They do all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'd
So
recommend. And the only
if
time,
you've got the counter space.
yeah, well, they're relatively small. It depends on what you're making. I mean, what we use our regular oven for at this point is like if we're making bacon, because you just make an entire package at once because it's not worth like portioning it out. That's not going to fit in our little countertop air fryer.
Right.
And like pizza, you can't fit in that. But other than that, we use our air fryer toaster oven for everything.
Yeah, if you're cooking for two, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because you can just make smaller portions of things. I
Well-
know it's hard to do that. It's really hard to cook for two when you're used to.
It is. And
Yeah.
and I guess I was always of the thought that like, what the hell do I need an air fryer for? I have an oven. Isn't that what isn't an oven an air fryer? But I'm
then you
told
don't
this
have-
is much
then
more
you-
efficient.
Yeah, but you don't. The little ovens, they heat up real fast. You don't have to wait for the oven to heat
Yeah.
up. It just seems to be more efficient.
All right.
Yeah.
I might be turning the corner on this one. We'll see.
Margaret says she got one at Target for $99.
Well, there's a bunch of people in the chat saying
They're
get an air
very
fryer.
happy
Yep.
about air fryers.
A lot of
I
people.
know people love it. I just have something stuck in my head where I don't know.
I think we had one of those old ones with the little tiny basket, and I think
Yes.
I sold it in
I
in
had
a
one of
garage
those a
sale.
long time
I didn't
ago.
like it at all.
Yeah.
That
not
one
as good,
Was
no.
not good.
I didn't like
Yeah.
that one.
That I think I still have that sort of stuck in my head of how that was, and I remember getting it. And I was so excited, and you saw on the commercial they're like they made a steak, so I'm like,
Yep.
day
Yeah.
one, I put a steak in there. It was freaking awful. Like I was like, oh my god, I just ruined that steak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't air fry a steak ever, even in a
No.
nice air fryer.
But I saw it on the thing, and I bought into it. And anyway,
Foolish
You can
mortal.
cook steaks in the oven. You
I'm
sear 'em and then you cook
a
in the
grill
oven.
guy generally. It was like I was so convinced that at that point the air fryer was going to save the world that I thought I'd give it a shot. But no, lesson learned.
Yeah, they were overhyped for many years, especially
Yeah.
around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Kathryn placed an order over. You ever been to Ike's over just off Highway 7 and 101?
That's one of my spots, Tommy.
Oh God,
got
we
good
love
food.
that place. Just love it.
Their steakhouse burger, one of the best in town.
That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. I went to pick up the takeout. I got these little steak sandwiches that
Charlie's
Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Phenomenal.
so good.
Catherine opens hers. This steak was
gonna-
picture perfect.
I said I feel like having a steak, but I don't want to cook one.
Right?
It was a beautiful steak.
It
yeah.
was unbelievable. Their food is so good.
Steaks are so expensive at restaurants now. Well, they're
Yeah.
expensive to buy even.
Yeah.
They've gotten nuts.
Yeah, that's another thing with the groceries. I'm like, when I'm like going to buy, I'm like, I don't remember the last time I bought steaks. It's ridiculously expensive right now. But
Yeah.
No, when we want beef, we buy stew meat because it's super cheap and you can make it good if you know
Yeah.
what to do.
if you
Stew
cook
meat?
it, yeah,
Oh,
Pressure cook it, sear it, and then pressure cook it. It's
Oh.
great,
true.
There you have
and
it.
it's like $5 a pound or something like that.
Better
All
deal.
right. So if we tune into Channel 5 News today to watch you, are you going to show that woman screaming at the people across the street from her in White Bear Lake?
Wait, did you ever report on the neighbor from hell in White Bear Lake?
We did not. We did not report on that.
God, it's very entertaining to watch. I mean, it's not very nice what she's doing to people,
No.
Yeah,
but she is locked in psychotically. It's unbelievable.
I read it, but I haven't watched the video. I'll have to go look at that. I don't
yeah.
need a
Thank you,
neighbor like
Kathryn.
that.
All right. you
Margaret wants to
pill.
know: did you go to Ike's for Megs and Eggs?
No, I just went because it's in the hood.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, you must live really close to us then.
Well, I'm right in like Tonka proper there. So,
Yeah,
The-
pretty close.
what do I say? The ghetto Tonka, not Lake Minnetonka, not on the lake, the other Minnetonka.
The other Minnetonka.
Minnetonka is actually pretty big.
It is.
No, I
really
know.
big.
It's a huge town.
Mhm.
It's a huge
Yeah, it is.
Well, we'll have to have you stop by sometime because we're basically about 3 minutes from Snuffy's and Spasso and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, did you get hail?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yes, we did.
crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up. We got hammered, and I got my fingers crossed we don't have to. The house was just re-roofed.
Yep. They just re-roofed the whole neighborhood about 3 months ago. Huge.
Everybody I know north of 7 and anywhere around 101
Yep.
and east of there is getting a new roof. Like it's really bad.
Yeah, well, they just re-roofed them. There's a 2-year warranty, and they do believe that some roofs will have to be replaced already.
Oh,
It looked like a hurricane came through.
it did.
It was
It
cyclone.
sounded like one. I thought the freaking house was going to collapse the way that came down.
Yeah, we have skylights, and we were just waiting for them to break.
Yeah, they must make
they didn't.
skylights out of like they have to be like bulletproof glass or
They
something.
have
There's
to
no
be.
way they could just be a regular pane of
Yeah,
glass.
they were fine, but it sounded really bad.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
It absolutely did. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't been up on the roof. No windows got broken or anything like that. As Andy said, we got 4 of those roof window, which is really nice to have the sun
Skylights.
coming skylight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they held up nicely. And it was funny because at first it was like tick, tick, tick. And then all of a sudden it was like somebody dumped a box of rocks.
It was. It was like a gravel truck was unloaded on the top of your house. Just,
And it was so hyper localized because it only happened in this like a 5-mile radius.
yeah.
It's
And
so weird.
there's a crazy thing that happens with that too, because the roofers can look at the exact, it was like a, oblong shape of where the hail
Yep.
was.
Mhm.
And then they can in that area. I don't know how that works, but so then they can, I don't know if they buy that data or something,
Probably.
but then that's people only specifically in that area are getting phone calls. My wife's like, I've never given my phone number to a roofer in my life. Like, how would they know
Yeah.
that we might have been in the hail
You know.
zone? So
Yep. It's true.
Oh, there's lists that you can buy a list for millions of dollars with phone numbers associated with zip codes, associated with ages and genders and race, and you can get all of that info out there if you want.
Yep.
God bless the internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, young man. Well, thank you for closing out with the hailstorm because that was a piece of work.
Yeah, that was a bad
Wow.
deal.
That
Well, I
was-
hope you don't have to get a new roof because that's just going to make your insurance rates go up. So
Well, our roof's about a month old, so it might be time to get rid of it. Yeah.
Well, I know our neighbor's car got a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
we had a car get hit pretty hard.
All right. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Sounds good, you guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
pal. Chris Egert, Channel 5. news. I still call it eyewitness news because when I did it for so many years,
Is it not called eyewitness
not
news?
Is it still
News
called
anymore?
eyewitness
I
news?
thought
It
it was still
probably still
eyewitness
is.
news.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
In any case, we'll take a quick break, come right back, and the family will wrap it. Well, not Alex, she's not here, but all the rest of us are.
Busy shaping
We'll be right
lines.
For Brad, John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Brad Shaun Bryant.
Okay, you got to get to that when we come back.
Okay.
She just was reading a story to me. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. You're listening to me, you listen to us, your customers are listening to us as well, and they will hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to, get out there and support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. We're not just about ads. We're about results. Whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to you got to target stuff. It's a good idea. Target your ideal customers. You know what I'm talking about. You can target with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everybody in between. With the broad reach and passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness. Transferring, of course, they translate that all into customers and sales. It's all about the dough, right? If you're ready to get started, just visit tombernardshow.com, click on the partner tab, and let's discuss how we can work together to grow your business.
Have you ever seen a squawk steers? Well, look at mine.
So while Chris was on, they were still talking about the whole military thing. I need to focus this camera a little bit better.
Okay.
But so I saw Darren and Joe were talking about they had too many fitness waivers. They were allowing people not in the Army to not have to go through the fitness tests.
Really?
And Mom just saw something interesting.
Okay. So Secretary of War Pete Hegseth nukes fat generals and announces a new twice yearly PT test for top brass. In quotes, it's unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading all around the world. It's a bad look and it's not who we are. You need to meet the height and weight standards. Today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take the PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service.
I can't believe they don't already. I mean, you're in the military.
This is from Eric Doherty's X site, and he is an assistant news director for the Florida Voice News, Marylander turned Floridian. Anyway, seems like he's a little bit right wing from his
but I mean,
description.
isn't being physically fit one of your parts of your job description for being in the military, you would think?
Well, I guess it depends on, there's a lot of people in the military that are not combat ready or will ever go into combat.
Well, we don't know that. What if someone invades? I mean, if a foreign nation invades America, even if you're one of the types of general who just sits there and talks to people, you're still you got to go into combat at some point. Even if it's a 1 in a million chance, it's still your job to do it if it happens.
I think that there should be standards, obviously, to join the military. And they were letting in people that were on, hormone therapy for
Yeah, that's
transitioning, and you can't go to combat and carry around,
No,
a
you can't.
pharmacy with you and have shots and all that available to you if you ever have to go to combat.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's
insane.
an argument for people that are on meds, and I would think that anything for a mental illness or psychosis.
Well, I think basically
shouldn't be.
anything. I've talked about this before, like, the stuff that I have to take, my levothyroxine, I think that would make me ineligible to join the army because, I mean, if I get drafted, called off to war, I'm in the Middle East where I can't get this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to fall into a coma and then I'm a liability for my unit. So they wouldn't want me to do it.
That's very true.
And so it's like if you need hormone shots to stay functioning, you really shouldn't be in a position where you can be put where you can't get them.
Well, my brother Daryl was of drafting age during the Vietnam War, and he didn't have to go because he had a metal pin in his leg from a previous break. Now, he in no way was disabled. He in no way had problems with his leg, but
You got to be in top
come.
physical condition.
You do.
So there you go. I don't know if Darren's still in the chat. Joe's still in the chat. What do you guys think about that? I saw a comment from.
I mean, you couldn't go. You weren't to be drafted because you had a hernia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And those can be repaired, but I mean, it's still, you're not in top physical condition anymore. I saw D. Hardy said, I was thinking about what you said yesterday about going back to radio. In fact, let's do this. There you go. We said what you said yesterday about going back to radio. I think you should stay where you are. Because if you go back there's just going to be more problems.
No, you're probably right about that.
Yeah.
But,
I was thinking about that with, we were talking about nuts people and nuts women in general. And I remember back in the day with Facebook and KQ, there were a lot of crazy ladies on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. I got off Facebook because of them.
Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook in years.
I was just like, what the hell? What is wrong with you people?
Like nice crazy or mean crazy?
No, they were mean. It was like the anti-Terry, I love Terry Train and hate Tom Bernard people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, and I was like, why can't you just like both people? Why does it have to be one or the
And
other?
the crazy thing is those people are still around, still obsessing about that.
They
What's
are.
it been, 10 years?
Absolutely.
It's like, I don't know. It's
like some people
you
get
have
their
nothing
whole
else going on?
identity around
Mhm.
somebody else. It's like,
yeah, it's
why?
the weirdest thing. Like I can see being upset about it in the moment, but a decade later almost.
The only reason why I brought Terry Train came to mind, obviously, is because somebody said that she got into the Minnesota Hall of Fame.
Minnesota brought, but that was like months ago,
Which,
wasn't
I
it?
mean,
Well, I
good for
thought
her.
it was just happened.
Did it?
Well, she probably was nominated, or
Yeah.
and the ceremony was recently.
That's one of the things I've tried to tell people all along is my job was hosting the KQ morning show. I was not the program director. I did not hire anybody. I did not fire anybody. I had suggestions to hire people or suggest, this. Why people think I fired Terry Train or Brian Zepp or all the rest.
Well,
it was not my job. Why you want to think that, I don't know.
Well, you weren't even an employee of
Can
KQ.
I
was
just
not even an
also
employee at KQ.
point out, so what?
Yeah, I know.
That's-
I
That's the
mean,
other thing.
even
Yeah.
if you did fire Terry Train for whatever reason, it's like,
Dude.
so what?
Yeah, but I just want
If that was your job and you decided that that was something that you needed to do, which obviously it wasn't, and you did it, it was like, move on with your lives, people.
Well, let me put it this way. I heard that been hearing that for about 15 years now, that I fired this person, I fired this, If it was that important to me, why would I bring up the fact that, Kathryn just brought it up, that she just went into the Minnesota Broadcasting Hall of Fame?
Yeah, doing fine.
If I didn't like her, I wouldn't even bring that up.
Apparently it was announced in March. But then
That she had made it into the Hall of Fame.
yeah, so we've known about it for a while.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I was
Actually, I
that's
knew
what I
about
was
it.
thinking
Yeah,
of.
and
I
good
knew
for
about it
her.
months ago.
She was in radio.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was a popular voice in
Mhm.
Minnesota radio. But this whole I like her and I hate him and all that stuff, that's when all of this, that's when
Yeah.
social media was really hitting its stride, and you could just see where it was going to go.
Yeah, making everything into a team sport.
Right.
Well, like I was
Right.
talking to Dad the other day about the fact that your brain has a negativity bias.
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it is like 5 times stronger when you your reaction to things, any social media messaging, any news story, anything. Your reaction is at least 5 times stronger to negative messaging, and that's what people are
suppose, yeah.
counting on.
Yeah.
I believe that's what politicians are being
Absolutely.
fed, because they just will not stop being negative.
I'm actually glad we're bringing this up today because I've never talked about this before, because it never happened before in this market, that the KQRS morning show was the highest rated morning show in the country. It had the highest ratings by far of any morning show in America. And when that happened, I can tell you, basically, that day things changed, because it was all about, oh, if we have the highest ratings. I mean, people thought about this, thought about that, sort of blah, blah, blah. People can't handle that kind of success, I think,
Yeah.
mostly. I'm not saying that I handled it all that well either, but when you're that successful, that's really, really hard to deal with, because you tell yourself 2 things. Isn't that wonderful? And when's it going to fall apart?
Mm-hmm.
That's
And it
just
does
not what's
eventually,
gonna-
no matter who you
no
are.
matter who you are, it's
Most
gonna fall
famous
apart.
people in the world, their careers do end at some point.
So yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know why people. There's some guy on I guess somewhere on podcast, whatever the hell it is, YouTube or whatever. But he absolutely, every time he sends me a message, it's I fired someone, and why did you do that? It's like, I didn't fire anyone. I couldn't fire anyone because I didn't even work for KQRS.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know you were just a contractor
I
that
was
they hired,
a
right?
contracted
Yeah.
employee. Yeah, I
Mhm.
did. I could. Matter of fact, I couldn't fire. Even if I wanted to fire somebody, I couldn't. So blow it out your ass. That's all
There
I
you
say.
go. I like that. Blow it out your ass.
Darren responded to my question. In the Army, regardless of your job, you are a soldier first. If you can't soldier, you are not fit to serve.
Oh,
There
And that's
you
what I
go.
think.
There
And
you
like
go.
like you said, regardless of your job, even if you're top brass, it's like,
Yep.
too bad. It could be war at any moment.
Well, it's
So,
that general. They were talking about that general. Greg, wasn't that on just before he went on the air? Some general that weighed way too much. So
Oh, many of them are gigantic.
yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think America's been invaded ever. At least not in the past 100 years, at least not in
No.
living memory.
No.
So I think it's easy to be like, well, we're invulnerable, so what do I need to be fighting fit for?
Yeah,
And I
I
mean, they're
suppose.
probably right, but still, I don't know. We have contingency plans for a reason.
Exactly. All right, that is going to do it for today. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Every time I hear the same reminds me how you talking my door.